Hello everyone, my name is Victor and I'm going to talk about a book that I was reading last week before for my evidence tree on English class. The name of the book is The Little Prince from Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. It's a French novel for kids. It's made it for them and actually it has pictures painted by watercolors into the book. First of all, it starts with a child that draws things like one boa and an elephant. He thought that drawing things it was a bad idea because no one understood his drawing. When he grew up, he was a pilot and met a little boy that it was from another planet and they called the Little Prince. Asteroid B612 was the place where the Little Prince lived, which there are three volcanoes and a rose. He spends his days caring for his planet and removing the boa from the trees that are constantly trying to take root there. To allow them to grow, the trees will leave his planet into pieces. One day he decides to leave his planet, perhaps tired of the complaints and claims rose to explore other worlds. Take a migration of birds to your journey and travel the universe. So as visit six planets, each inhabited by a character, a king, a conceit, a drunkard, a businessman, a lamplighter, and a geographer, which in its way show how empty that become the people when they become adults. The last character before the geographer recommends traveling to a specific planet, Earth, where among other experiences, just knowing the aviator who, as we discussed, was lost in the desert. This book is for me one of the best classics of all time. It's a very good the way Antoine de Saint-Exupéry tells the story of the prince from the character of the aviator and an adult, but starting when he was 6 years as the prince that in all his life had not given up a question once he had asked it, especially as thought that the most important is invisible to the eye. The important thing is not material and possession of things, but the bond and the bond you have with them. Tame. I think everyone should tame someone in this life, as well as being an adult and be serious is not the same because the aviator wasn't adult yet can understand the little prince and learn of him. Whom the serious men whom he visited on different planets do not understand as serious. Although it can also be said that the prince was serious in his work or routine as it was planet responsibility, place to live, and he was just a child. Defin- Definitely a great book on reflection and perception of things is. My favorite phrase it was all grown up were once children, but only few of them remember it. I saw like everyone had a childhood and for someone those memories are not a really good idea to remember and for some people there were awesome moments that they don't change for anyone. Characters. Little Prince, who is the important person in the history, actually the whole history is based on him. He is just a child trying to explore the other planets in the universe. Lamb, a friend who helps him break free of the problems you may have or arise to, but like all friends, inadvertently someday can work against to you and harm. Liar is an adult who tries to reason and act like a child, but know that it really is not. It has lost its status but tries to recover its is our reflection in the book. The rose is not just any flower. It is his love. It is a splendid super among many others and is unique in his planet. The box is an allusion to the imagination that adults often no longer use. The baobabs are the problems we must fix them before they become too complicated. Volcanoes, common tasks of everyday life are simply things to do that all goes well, and do it even if we do not like. Here it is again emphasizing discipline. The lantern or glove protection jealously or the pampering and care must be taken so that the rosa feel protected and loved, but do not really need. The fox core character of the history see the prince who makes the essence but also the difficulties and cost of friendship. I like the book and the people that hasn't read I think it's a good way to remember your childhood and think about like a child that you were. Thank you.